Hey guys, have you ever asked yourselves, what do I shoot, pellets or slugs? Is there really a benefit to shooting slugs? I've been toying around with the idea a lot as of lately. I have found that sometimes shooting a slug, and I've messed with different airgun manufacturers, I've tried different slugs. It's fun to shoot slugs, maybe just to say that you shoot slugs, but I have found that it's harder to tune a gun to shoot a slug than it is to tune a gun to shoot a pellet accurately. So with my gun, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna stick to pellets. How far can I shoot out accurately pellets? Do we really need slugs? And that's what this video is about. Stay tuned. All right, so before we dive into the actual shooting portion of this video, I wanted to show you and talk to you about my custom American Air Arms Evol 30. All right, so let's start from the back and work our way forward. For the stock, I decided to go with the MDT Tactical Skeletonized stock. It is an AR-15 compatible stock, and since the American Air Arms uses AR-15 accessories, it fit with no problem. The standard stock comes with a composite cheek rest that I chose to remove so that I can use low profile scope rings. So if you like the low profile scope rings, all I did was remove this composite cheek rest, and I was able to get low enough for my scope. Moving on with the pistol grip, going with the skeletonized stock, I went with a skeletonized pistol grip. This is done or made by Guntec. Moving on to the internal components. I didn't adjust the trigger. The trigger's set from the factory. I did raise the regulator. I have it set to 250 bar. I also have a prototype in this gun that Tom was kind enough to add for me. It's a plenum. It's a larger plenum. How many cc's exactly, I'm sorry, I don't know, but I would say it's probably close to about 2 inches tall, the plenum that goes inside here. Now, given the plenum and raising or increasing the regulator pressure, I did lose 1 magazine worth of shooting. So stock, I've always had an Evol give me on a 30 caliber standard 4 magazines, which is 36 shots. But with the changes that I made, I now get a solid 3 magazines worth of shots. In regards to the pellets, I've tried the Zan 56s, and just the way I hold the gun, it just didn't shoot well for me. This gun does like the 50 grainers, and I just shoot the 44 grainers because it just tends to be the most consistent for me. So that's what this gun is shooting, and the way it's tuned, it's pushing out the 44 grain pellets at 907 feet per second. Now in regards to the optics, I'm using the Warne low scope rings with the Valdala Mini G2 4.6 by 28 by 50. Love the optics. Now wrapped around the optics, I made my own dope card holder. It's just stuff that I got from Amazon, alligator clips, and a rubberized cable. The bipods that I'm using is an Accutac, I think they're the WB-4s. I really like them because they're such a wide platform. They work well for bench. So the last thing I want to talk about is this doohickey here in the front. There was a gentleman I met at Airgun, Oregon, that had this weight in front of their gun and as they were shooting. And so I asked him questions about it, and he was kind enough to gift this to me. And what I'm doing is I'm running tests to see if there's any differences. What it is, it's a solid lead bar that is attached to some scope rings, some quick disconnect scope rings, so I can easily remove the bar off this pick rail. The purpose is to reduce the movement or the recoil of the gun, right? And at this point, I haven't really seen much of a difference, but I'm new with it. I like the idea, I like the concept, I like the additional weight. So I'm running some tests, and in this video, the shots that I took, I was using this. I'm gonna continue using it. I appreciate the gift, and I do find value in running tests and see if it works out for me. And the paint job. Some might like it, some might hate it. I love it. I did the job myself. It's not Cerakoted. I just wiped this gun with an alcohol wipe, make sure all the grease was off of it, and I used a special spray can that I got from Amazon, which I'll show you in a sec, and I just gave it a spray. And this is a spray can that I use. It's called Montana Marble. I got it from Amazon. They do have different colors. I wanted to go with the red and black theme. It holds up very, very well. I've thrown it in my gun scabbard, in my backpack, and I thought, oh man, it's gonna scrape off. It hasn't scraped off. I've used it in the rain, in the wind, in snow, and it hasn't come off. So I'm really surprised at the quality and the texture that it produced, the look that this produced. So if you are interested in something like that for your gun or project, I recommend the brand. So enough about my gun. Let's see how it shot. So, should you stick to pellets? Should you shoot slugs? Well, I'll leave that up to you. As for me, within 200 yards, I think the pellets will do it.